Hi, I'm Marjorie Sayas.
And I'm Julio Sayas. And today we're celebrating our 22nd wedding anniversary.
We want to share with you what we think it might help for us to get this far.
So we prepared 3 things about each other that we think have helped us to be successful over 22 years. And we wanted to share those with you right now. With no further ado, ladies first.
Okay, the first thing I think is that you have been actually a true leader. Through all our lives, you've been leading us, taking that leader position, which is not easy. You have been confronting us with truth and kindly confronting us with truth that helps us grow through time. You do it lovingly, and that is actually wonderful. The second thing
Wait, I get to go next.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I don't have necessarily the same point at the beginning. My first point is that you're beautiful. It's made it easy for me. And the first thing is that you do have a natural beauty. And yes, I do find that very attractive, and it's really important to me as a man. But I think the key thing for me is not just that you are naturally beautiful, but you stayed beautiful. You've made yourself attractive over the last 22 years. We've been through a lot, between 5 children, homeschooling those 5 children by choice before all the quarantine stuff, chronic fatigue for over a decade, and you've maintained the way you look. You've been watching your weight, you've been doing your hair, you have done the things that you need to do to remain attractive, and I really appreciate that.
My turn. Okay, the second thing I believe is you have been drilling in communication all these years. Always, you don't give up. I mean, there are times that I just don't want to talk, and you have been patiently waiting for the time that things cool down, and then we talk. And sometimes you have this little push, of we need to talk. So the drilling communication has been very important. And one thing important in communications, you have expressed to us clearly what our mission and our vision is, which is, thank God that it's the same, because you better marry a person that has the same vision and mission that you, otherwise you're going to struggle with other things than the normal struggles of marriage.
Wow. Thank you. That's cool. I have a lot to say in the next point. The strength of your character. First off, you're a person of integrity. You do not lie. You don't hide anything. You're transparent and you're honest. And you give of yourself to others. That's an amazing quality that you have that I find as part of your character, to the point that you're giving to others at a cost to yourself, and sometimes to the cost of us, both us and the family. But it's impressed me because you've always shown that it's worth it, that the sacrifices that you've made for other people, for us, and even when it's for me, you've always proven that it's worth it. And it also has been a characteristic that I've been impressed by, because it's made me want to give you more. So I really appreciate that about you.
My turn. The third thing it's basically, I mean, there's so many things, my love, that I know that you have done for this marriage to work, but I have to put 2 things in one. It is,
All right, she's cheating.
I'm cheating. It's not that's well. This it is that you are firm, but you're humble. So you know you know who you are, and you know what you want, and I like that. But you're also humble, and you find counseling, and when you listen to counsel, I mean, you listen. You go ahead and do it, not like people that want to hear counsel, but then they don't do what they are counseled to. So yes, you that and humble, and it's very interesting because you're firm at the same time. You know where you're going, you know what you want, but you're willing to accept the corrections to get there. So
Wow, I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. The last thing I wanted to say, thank you, by the way, that was really cool. The last thing I want to say is the seriousness and the reality of your relationship with God. I'm almost jealous of it. And when I say that, it's not that I'm jealous that, hey, you know what, I wish she had a relationship with me and not with God. It's that I wish I had such a deep and serious and committed, focus on God the way that you do. I know that you've always encouraged me when I'm down and when I'm ready to throw in the towel and say, you know what, I don't want to do things anymore. You've always encouraged me to be better, to connect with God. Even earlier today, she was kind of giving me a not a kick, but an elbow, you want to pray? And little things like that really matter to me, and it's a blessing. Just today in Proverbs 18, verse 22. So we've been married 18 years. This is our 22nd anniversary, so it's almost like the perfect verse. It says, he who finds a wife finds favor from the Lord, right? And I have found that in you. And I know that verse is there because every anniversary, I'm sure that I'm reading it. And the interesting part is, I remember before we got married, and you may have heard this a million times, my prayer to God when I was single was I wanted to have a wife who loved God more than she'd ever loved me. And I have that in you. So I really appreciate that about you. Oh my goodness. This is going online.
Okay.
It's going online.
It's
That's
our
my final point.
anniversary. We cannot live without a kiss, at least. So those
Cool.
are 3 characteristics that we found special in each other that has helped us to get to this 22nd year of marriage. So what characteristics in your relationship, in your spouse, has helped you to survive your marriage? And
what challenges have you guys dealt with that you may have needed to overcome and, deal with certain issues at some point? We'd love to hear from you guys, so feel free to comment on that, somewhere below. You may find this in different areas, so I'm not going to say what platform it may be on, but we'd love to think about maybe we'll find a way to share our experiences with you guys sometime in the future. All right? Take care and God bless.